What's up YouTube? Dougie Chong here. Welcome to today's episode where I'll be reviewing iRobot stock. Also, welcome to the new studio. I apologize if it's a bit echoey, there's not much in here yet. I haven't been posting as much because of this move, but I appreciate all the new subscribers. You guys really motivate me to wake up early on a Sunday morning and make a great video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that red subscribe button. We're almost at 200 subscribers. Now before I get into iRobot stock, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the market in general because last week was an absolutely crazy week. Everything's been going up pretty crazily as if the economy has recovered already, which of course it has not. There was a day when my simulated account was up about $2,000, which is crazy considering I started it right before this whole health crisis started. I'll show a screenshot of when my simulated account was over $100,000. I think I'm sitting around $96,000 now, but it's pretty crazy that a lot of stocks are at or near pre-crisis levels. With the lockdown still not over, all company earnings are sure to take a hit with the exception of a few purely remote companies or a few vaccine companies, so all these stocks going up like crazy makes no sense. Alright, now let's get into looking at iRobot stock. For those of you that don't know what this stock is, it has nothing to do with the futuristic movie starring Will Smith, but everything to do with Roomba vacuum cleaners. And this video is going to cover recent news of iRobot stock. If you want a video covering the general business model, I'll link it in the description below. Alright, let's jump straight into the numbers. I first bought this stock not exactly pre-crisis, but before it got pretty bad at around $51. They are currently trading at around $59 when they were as low as $32 a few weeks ago. This represents a gain of about 100% in a very short amount of time. I largely did not buy any shares at this low price because other travel related stocks such as Air Canada were being hit harder. This is largely because heading into the health crisis, iRobot stock was already being hit with tariff problems in China and the US. But in just this last week, iRobot posted an earnings beat of about negative 32 cents per share as opposed to an expected negative 55 cents per share. I find negative earnings beats to be pretty funny because companies should be profitable, right? But for a company like iRobot that is growing, it's okay to be losing money now. Looking at the market cap of iRobot stock, it's at $1.66 billion, which means it's a big company, but it's not huge. Looking at the P/E ratio for iRobot stock, it sits at 38, which is pretty high for a company, which means it bakes in a lot of anticipated growth. But now let's look at the balance sheet of iRobot stock, which I found to be very impressive. They have about $256 million in total cash and $594 million in current assets. And then they have a whopping $920 million in total assets. So their assets alone are worth more than half of their total market cap. That's pretty crazy. For a comparison, we can look at a company like Apple, which also has a lot of cash, and they only have about 30% of their market cap as total assets. All these columns seem to be growing over time, which is also a good sign. But here's where the true beauty of their balance sheet lies. The current liabilities is only about $202 million, and their total liabilities is only a little more at $268 million. That means they almost have enough cash to outright pay for all their liabilities. Also, their total assets amount to almost 4 times their total liabilities. A lot of companies are the reverse of this situation, so overall, their balance sheet is very good. So now that I've covered some recent news on iRobot stock and gone over the numbers a little bit more, I'm gonna say whether it's a buy in my opinion. Again, this is just my opinion. I am not a licensed financial advisor. This is not legal financial advice. So in my opinion, iRobot stock is not quite a buy yet, but I will be keeping a close eye on it. I like the prospects of iRobot stock because they have been able to weather the storm pretty well so far, but if a prolonged recession does happen, I doubt that buying an autonomous vacuum cleaner is going to be a top priority for a lot of people. Then again, many more people may opt to buy the Roomba vacuum cleaner because they are at home more, And let's be honest, who enjoys vacuuming manually? Nobody. So all in all, stocks do seem to be pulling back from their most recent rally, and so if iRobot stock goes back to around that $55 range, I will consider buying more shares. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you learned a lot about iRobot stock. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you have not already. I don't know where you might be located, but here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, it is nice and sunny outside. So go out there, enjoy your Sunday, and see you in the next video.